Good afternoon. I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. All eyes are on the House of Representatives today as discussions on ABS-CBN's franchise bid comes to a close. To give us the latest on that, we have Mean Los Baños joining us live from the Batasang Pambansa. Mean, do we really expect lawmakers to finally vote on ABS-CBN's franchise renewal bid today?
Sean, still no final word from the House Committee on Legislative Franchises if today is the judgment day for ABS-CBN. But some lawmakers are saying that the voting could be possible today, right after the presentation of the Technical Working Group's recommendation this afternoon. Committee members who are pro and anti-ABS-CBN franchise renewal were able to give their final sentiments during Thursday's summation proceedings. Franchise Committee Chairman Franz Alvarez called on the members of the committee to base their decision on their appreciation of facts and testimonies presented by all sides in the past 12 joint committee hearings. For his part, Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano reiterated his call on lawmakers to make informed decisions. He also insisted that the franchise saga is not about press freedom and that it goes beyond the issue of the Lopez family's business interests. The House leader expressed disappointment that the franchise hearings have widened the political divide in the country. As for rumors on the threats and intimidation to lawmakers coming from certain groups, Cayetano said none of these holds water. Sean, we're still waiting for any announcement or rules that will be implemented should the voting proceed today, whether it will just be a simple registration of votes by show of hands or whether the committee members will be allowed to explain their votes one by one. But one thing is for sure, Sean, that a committee report will be out after the voting, regardless if ABS-CBN wins or gets rejected at the committee level. Sean?
All right, man, going back to what you said about the TWG or Technical Working Group presenting recommendations to the panel, who exactly makes up the TWG and how are they chosen?
Well, it was the committee chairman yesterday, Franz Alvarez, who announced the members of the TWG. By the way, they are Representative Xavier Romualdo of Camiguin, Representative Pablo John Garcia of Cebu, and Representative Stella Kimbo of Marikina City. But you know, Sean, we're not privy as to the requirements and rules that were used during the selection, or that were implemented during the selection of the TWG members. All we know is that these three congressmen are all members of the franchise committee. Sean?
All right, and exactly how many votes are needed at this committee level vote for ABS-CBN to be able to consider, it a win for them, at least at this first step?
You know, Sean, it will be based on the attendees, majority of those who will attend today in the hearing. But they will need a quorum before they proceed to the voting. A quorum will be 1/5 of the total members of the committee. So the Committee of Franchises has 46 members. So 1/5 of that would be 9 members. So as long as they have 9 members present today, whether virtually or physically present at the plenary, they can go on and proceed with the voting. So if ABS-CBN gets 5 yes out of the 9 congressmen, then they win, and that means that their franchise renewal bill will be tackled at the plenary for the second and third reading. But if they get 5 no votes, that would mean that they basically rejected at the committee level. Well, they can actually ask a member of the committee to file a new bill or have a motion for reconsideration filed by another member of the committee. Sean?
Right, man, I'm assuming you've been waiting there at the Batasan for quite some time now. What's going on there? Are congressmen starting to stream in? Have you seen anyone? Probably half of them, or at least some of them, will be doing this online via Zoom. How is the composition of the group today? Are people going in? Have you gotten any word on that?
It should have started at 1 this afternoon, Sean, but before I went out of the press office to do this live report, I saw several lawmakers. But before 1 p.m. at around 12:30, I believe that there was a meeting, an executive meeting among the members of the franchise committee to basically tackle the recommendations for the franchise bill, and those recommendations will be the ones to be reported out at the hearing at this afternoon. And we got a word from Representative Alvarez, the chairman of the Committee of Franchises, and he said that they will decide today when the voting will be, whether it will be today, tomorrow, or next week, we don't know, but definitely we will have an answer as to the schedule of the voting by today, Sean.
All right, so it looks like today could possibly be extended a little bit longer, so not yet sure that it will be today, yeah?
Not yet sure, Sean, but we're just waiting for the committee's decision on that.
All right, thanks for that update. I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you, Mean Los Baños, joining us live from the Batasang Pambansa in Quezon City. And speaking to One News's agenda, Cavite's 7th District Representative Boying Remulla says that today's judgment day for ABS-CBN. The fierce ABS-CBN critic maintained that he will vote against granting the beleaguered network a fresh 25-year franchise. Remulla added that the Joint Committee was able to thresh out enough basis from the past 12 hearings to be able to make a sound decision.
Today.
Okay, now
That's why we had to adjourn the joint committee yesterday, so that we could get the committee to meet, the franchise committee to meet on its own, because it was a committee before. Hindi naman pwedeng paghaluin, pagbotohan na. I hope wala nang daldalan, botohan na lang. I think enough has been said about the issue.
And things are certainly not looking up for ABS-CBN, according to Buhay Party List Representative Lito Atienza. In the same program, the lawmaker branded as scripted the previous Joint Committee hearings. He also called out Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano for bringing up on Thursday issues that were not discussed in the hearings.
ngayong malinaw yung 12 hearings nangyari, walang napatunayan. Yesterday, Speaker Cayetano spoke and gave his own summation. Pero meron siyang nilabas na ibang issue which was not even discussed during the hearing. I see the writings on the wall, it will not be given.
And here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. ACT-CIS Party List Representative Eric Yap backpedaled on his previous claim that he was offered a 200 million peso bribe to favor ABS-CBN's franchise renewal. The lawmaker insists that he never confirmed that the unknown person was indeed a representative from the embattled network. Labor rights groups Center from Trade Union and Human Rights, as well as Pro-Legal Assistance Center, filed a petition challenging the legality of the anti-terrorism law. This brings to 7 the total petitions filed before the Supreme Court against the controversial measure. And the United States records the biggest single-day jump in COVID-19 cases by any country. On Wednesday, the United States reported a whopping 60,000 new cases. For more updates, follow News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao, and we are One News.